Hey guys, welcome. Hey Lionel, hey Polsk. Polsk, somebody actually beat you in. I'm shocked by that. You're usually first in the door, but Lionel beat you to it. Welcome everybody. Oh, I'm so happy to be back to Warhammer. So very happy. Sims are awesome. So is Warhammer. So is, hey Bird Brains, welcome. Villainous, Tyrannus, Andorra, Hieronymus, Dathica for the Empire. Absolutely not. We're for the Dark Elves. That's what we're doing here, but welcome, Hieronymus. Always good to see you come in. I love your so many names. Okay, alright, I've got a vague idea of a plan. Making up for missing last night, well, I think if you watched any of it, Lionel, it's probably best you missed it. What with the gnome hat and the onesie. Hey, Bliffy, welcome. I think it's probably for the best you weren't there. Art kind of took the reins on your family. Dances with Sheep kind of took the reins on anything, and Dances with Sheep, it will not be here today. So he said he wasn't going to be here today. So it's probably best the two of you aren't in the same room at this point because he really just steamrolled over your family. But you've got a gnome hat and a onesie, and you're a private eye. Not a very good one, but one nonetheless. So I've got a plan. We have to wrap up a couple of things around here. So we've got to deal with the Exiles of Nekhek over here and deal with them. And we're going to deal with them by completely eliminating them. They refuse to establish peace with it, so we just have to eliminate them. It's only 3 turns until they start suffering attrition, so I'm just going to let them sit there. There's no way they're coming out to me. They're too weak to do it. Now, the problem over here is with Clan Rictus. That's the bit of the problems. Because we are at war with them, but I don't want to deal with them, frankly. I'd rather just leave it to Malekith over here and have him deal with it. Because I really want to start poking our nose into Ulthuan. Ulthuan is just ripe right now for the taking. I think we can make a good stand over there. Birdbrains thought you had a session, but seriously, what does your schedule look like? Oh, you're talking amongst yourselves. Okay, never mind. I don't need to get involved with that. It's just between Birdbrains and Polsk as usual, so I don't need to be involved with that at all. Velatroth, you're mustering, but you're almost done. And that will give you a full stack army if I put a hero in there. Can we recruit a hero here? We could get a Death Hag in here. I suppose that's not nothing. You can't see the other guys on YouTube chat. Which other guys? Like everyone else in chat? Are you only seeing yourself? Because I see all of you. Clearly, I see all of you. I'm talking to you. But who aren't you seeing in YouTube chat, Polsk? Is it everybody else? And if so, I mean, the chat should be in the upper corner window, too, and I see that one, too. So, illuminate me, Polsk. What parts aren't you seeing? A Death Hag. I guess that'll kind of do. That's not the worst thing in the world. Armor up, melee up, weapon strength up. Oh, that's actually super good. Actually, super good. You're only seeing yourself. That's weird, and Lionel only sees 3 likes. Oh, thank you for reminding me, Lionel. I should go like my own stream. Seeing as my phone is telling me that I'm streaming right now, I should probably go and obey my phone. You see 1 Lionel comment. Yeah, I think Polsk probably turned it off and on again is the answer to this. That's the problem we had a couple of weeks ago. Just turn it off and on again and try again. There I go. I've liked my own stream. Yay me. Go me. So I think Helenor, this Death Hag, I think we're going to take her, and we're going to throw her into Velatroth's army. Good. Do that. Go hang out there. You won't actually be able to do it until the next turn, but that's fine. That's totally fine. Bobcat sees everyone that I see, including Polsk and Lionel. Okay, it seems to be on your end, Polsk, and let's go with the standard turn it off and on again. Probably just log out and log back in or something like that, but everyone else seems to be good right now. So, all right. Plans. I think the plan is we leave Marathi over here and just to starve out the Plane of Spiders. That's going to be done fairly soon. I'm going to take Yastra and start pulling him back. I don't actually want him dealing with this. I'm going to see if we can leave this to Malekith. I want to pull Yastra back down here. It'll be a bit of a walk, but he'll get there eventually. And have him and Velatroth just take a very short cruise over, not to Tor Dranel, probably, because that's uninhabitable, but Tor Anrock is looking really really ripe for the picking. So let's get that done. And who has skill points they need to deal with? Oh, Yastra does. Speaking of Yastra, how about, seeing as we're going to... Oh, I could get you a dinosaur to ride on. That's pretty cool. That's really good. Hey, Jess, welcome. Welcome, welcome. Good to see you as always. We're making plans for invading the High Elves because they're all snooty over there and they need to be dealt with. And we don't really have anything else to do on our continent at the moment. We may as well invade somebody else's. I could give Yastra a dinosaur to ride on. That's pretty badass, but I'm going to start him going down his military line, inspiring presence, which will lead to just kind of beefing up his army better. That will work out better. Bird Raids, I will get the dinosaur. I'm going to get the dinosaur eventually, but he's got other things he needs first. And what do you think I want to build in Val's Anvil? Another occultist area, Den of Indulgence? Public Order +4 would actually not be the worst thing in the world. Yeah, you know what? I'll take that. We often have a public order problem around here. Temple of Adioth, can I get your... Yeah, I can get your industrial building in. Super, that'll be a little tiny bit more money. Robert the War Hydra would get jealous. You're right. Thankfully, Robert the War Hydra is in Marathi's army, not Yastra's, so they're unlikely to even bump into each other. I think Marathi's going to hang out here, and Yastra and Velatroth are going to go poke the High Elf Bear. Who else has unassigned skill points? Oh, Sabioth, my favorite assassin. What could I possibly do, Sabioth, to make you any better than you are right now? And some of you might be dead, Lionel. That's right. I don't have any way of knowing. For all I know, you're all dead. Or all Jeff Goldblum. I'm not really sure. One of the two. What is Survivalist? Hit points up? That's pretty good. Deadeye, ammo up? That's good. How about Piercing Shots? That's just better damage. Yeah, let's take that. Let's give Sabioth that. Okay, have I done everything I need to do for this turn? Velatroth is mustering. Yastra's on his way down. We're going to leave the Skaven to Malekith, hopefully, and Claire Carond. And eventually we'll starve out the Exiles of Nehek because this is their only settlement, and when that's done, they're just done. That's how we're going to get peace with the Dune Kings. We're going to kill them all. Bliffy is a dead corpse rolling on a keyboard, and that's how I am saying this. Well, you know, that whole sort of infinite monkeys will eventually come up with Hamlet. I think you've nailed it there. Fantastic. Let's end this turn, get this moving on here, and start to poke the High Elf Bear today. I don't know how that's going to end. Invading Ulthuan is a tricky business. I've done it in 2 campaigns. The first one failed miserably. I had to pull all my armies back. Second one went very well. Not so well for the High Elves, but very well. Yeah, no, I know it's a joke, Bliffy. I know you're not really a corpse rolling on a keyboard. I'm pretty clear about that. Although it would be remarkable if you were. That would be amazing. But I was pretty clear that probably wasn't accurate. So yeah, definitely a joke on Bliffy's end. The Norska aren't doing anything that's good. And I don't really care what the Wood Elves are doing because they're nowhere near me. In fact, we'll probably never even see them. Unless this campaign goes on for many years, we'll probably never encounter the Wood Elves. They're like 2 continents away. Now, what are you guys doing over there? Because I wouldn't mind taking some of that area eventually. Not now, but eventually. Got to figure out what we're going to do up north. Because there's really good land up there. There's a whole lot of land up north that we're not exploiting. Bretonia confederated with Bordelot. Again, totally don't care because we may never even see them, and somebody got the Sword of Cain. And negative growth in Hag Hall. All of that is perfectly fine. Birdbrains, Bliffy, Birdbrains wants to know what you want. Birdbrains is being very emphatic about what is it that you want from me. So figure it out. And Birdbrains is hiding under a gold desk because, you know, dictator and all that. Yastra, you are... Oh, hang on. Let's make sure that... What's her name? Helenor gets in your army. Yep, there we go. Now, Yastra... Velatroth, excuse me, not Yastra. Velatroth, who has a pretty damn solid army. It's a little... It might be a little missile heavy. It's not a super tanky front line, although we do have 2 units of Black Guard in here, and those guys are tanks and a half. But let's start your progress here, Velatroth. Let's break you in a little bit. by having you, yeah, come all the way down to Arnheim and get in a boat. Bliffy wants your brains because I already have a bird cage. That's an odd sentence. That's probably not a sentence you're going to hear very often in the world. Probably just that combination of phrases is not going to come up again in the near future. Do I want you, Yastra, to hang out in Val's Anvil? No, I think it'll be fine. I think the Skaven are far enough away that either Malekith will deal with them or they'll just hang out up there. And worst case scenario, I can pull Morathi out of here. Because now it's only 2 turns till they start suffering attrition, so we'll have them dealt with very, very easily. Hero not moved. Oh, Sabioth, right. Right. What are we going to do with you, Sabioth? Sabioth is going to the High Elves. We need an experienced assassin over there. Did you know, with Bobcat, scientists have been experimenting with fMRI scanners to read minds with talk of copying human brains. Penge is here. Welcome, Penge, from the Geek Cupboard. Welcome. Copying human brains, well, that would not take long with mine. I think you could pretty much do mine with an old-fashioned cassette recorder. So, don't worry about the fMRI with that. I think just a tape deck will do it for me. Penge, welcome from the Geek Cupboard. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We are beginning, Penge, our planned invasion of the High Elves in Ulthuan. So the High Elves, just in case anyone is unclear, this is Ulthuan right here, and we are going to start poking that bear, and it's a chunky bear. It's not a bear to be taken lightly, but we are basically geared towards constant expansion here. So, and there's not much we can do in the north right now. The north is really weird. There are people we're allied with. There are people we're at war with. There's not a clear path to start taking territory up here, especially because we just made peace with our own son. So we'll probably just let him run rampant up there and maybe do something later. But Ulthuan, on the other hand, is looking pretty ripe for the picking. So, yeah, Velatroth's on his way, Yastra's going to come and back him up, and Morathi's going to do what Morathi is doing with the Dune Kings. Everything will be fine. One group of scientists used this technique on dead salmon to show the flaws inherent in this approach. So, basically, if I'm understanding you correctly, they copied a dead salmon's brain and found out it wasn't a very good thing to do. I probably could have saved the research fees on that. Val's Anvil is delightful at this time of year, Penge. I will, when this turn is over, we'll check into Val's Anvil, because I know 30 minutes of looking at Val's Anvil isn't enough for some people. It's just not enough. Are we all still Jeff, or is it a dead joke? There are no dead jokes in the wee hours, Pulse. You know that. Dear Lord, man, how long have you been watching this channel? We don't ever kill jokes. We let them, we just keep milking them until there's nothing left. No, we are all still Jeff. Well, I'm not Jeff, and Steve is not Jeff. He's Steve, but everyone else is Jeff. So, and you specifically are Jeff Goldblum, and despite your apparent denial, I think you're just trying to cover your tracks at this point. I believe emphatically that you are, in fact, Jeff Goldblum. And loved you in Jurassic Park, by the way. Loved you in Jurassic Park. And The Fly, very underrated movie for you. Clan Skyer, they're not the rats we're dealing with. We're dealing with Clan Non, Clan Rictus. So I don't really care what Clan Skyer are doing. I'm far more concerned with anything the High Elves may be doing, but we've kind of gone through their little turn counters there. Hey, Hawk, welcome! Welcome, welcome. Where were you yesterday, Hawk? We had all sorts of German questions that we needed help with. Broken by the Lash. Remind me what that did again? Oh, speed up. Good. Good, that's handy. Okay, cool. Polsk finds a way. Indeed. Indeed he does. Okay. Velatroth. Sort of my expeditionary force here. Come down and hang out down here. But don't go on to land yet until we get a good eyeball on everything. Alright, Tor Anrock. No armies in sight. Oh, Tor Anrock has gold mines. Oh, I want Tor Anrock hardcore. Dead Thin Man on a Roof sounds like a great rock song joke. Is dead. And also the fact that I am Jeff Goldblum. See, he's confirmed it. I knew it. I knew it. We wore him down. He has admitted, in fact, that he is, in fact, Jeff Goldblum. Knew it. Knew it. No surprise to me. Already saw that coming. You've never seen Penge in the same room as Jeff Goldblum. That is also true. But the same could be said of you, Bobcat. I've never seen you in the same room as Penge. For all I know, you are in fact the Geek Cupboard, or Penge is Bobcat. I don't know. I don't know any of it. You meant to joke you're not Jeff Goldblum. Well, again, despite your explicit denial, I fail to believe it anymore. I am convinced. I am convinced. Without evidence, I admit, but I am convinced surely by the mathematics of it, that there is a chance that you are Jeff Goldblum, therefore you are Jeff Goldblum. Are we all Spartacus? No. No, we're not, Penge. You're Bobcat. Polsk is Jeff Goldblum. Steve is just Steve. And I'm just Dave. It's all very straightforward. I'm not sure why you're having a problem understanding this. It's very, very straightforward stuff in the wee hours. This isn't complex at all. Research is available. I like to research things. What would we like to research? Anything with money? I'd like to get some money things researched. Oh, bingo. Income from iron mines, gold mines, and stone quarries up. Recruit rank up. That's nice. Bingo. Income from settlement buildings. A flat 10%. Flat 10% increase on income. Yes, please, take that. Thank you very much. You've seen Penge pretending to play a guitar. He's not Jeff Goldblum. Okay. Well, I am inclined to trust Lionel on that. He is kind of my backup hard drive. I do rely on him for factual information. So I'm going to go... All right, so Penge is not Jeff Goldblum, but can you confirm or deny that, in fact, Penge is Bobcat? Because now we have a whole other thing going on here with Bobcat. So great. Penge is not Jeff Goldblum. Polsk is Jeff Goldblum. Bobcat may or may not be Penge, and Steve is still Steve. And you are a gnome. That is correct. You are a gnome in a onesie, which it's just epic. It's fantastic, Lionel. That was so much fun. You're a terrible Private Eye in The Sims. You're like literally the worst Private Eye, but it's hysterically funny. And Polsk would like you to confirm that he's not Jeff Goldblum, because the only person that I will believe is Lionel. That makes a certain degree of sense. Okay, this is going to be an important turn, because we're ready to start poking at the High Elf Bear. I'd really like to get Yastra's army closer. I want a backup army down there. It is very you. The second the gnome hat came up on randomization, I'm sold. I'm done. It's in. Oh, Clan Rictus, would you like peace? Because I'd be all about peace with you. Not only do you want peace, you're willing to pay for it. Not a lot. But then how much money can you really expect out of a rat? They're basically scrounging in the garbage. I will totally take peace with you, because combined with peace with you and peace with Nagarond, that frees up my northern border. I don't have to sweat the northern border right at this exact second. Probably nobody will come in and invade me. So that is really, really good. What if he's an inside man for Jeff Goldblum and it's corrupting your information? Wow, that is really valid, Birdbrains. That's something to think about. So you're saying that Lionel works for Jeff Goldblum, who is Polsk, to spread disinformation about the existence or non-existence of Jeff Goldblum, who is Polsk, and at the same time dismissing information about Penge, who he says is not Jeff Goldblum, because we know Polsk is Jeff Goldblum, but may or may not be Bobcat. Okay, good information there, Birdbrains. Thank you. Good information. You are the terrifying Dr. Bobcat. Yes, that's true. Not the first doctor I put in Project Hospital, and possibly not even the scariest. But yes, Dr. Bobcat. I have many of my viewers are now doctors thanks to Project Hospital. There's Dr. Jess, Dr. Penge, Dr. Bobcat, Dr. Shouting Stone. There's all sorts of them. It does sound like the sort of thing that I do. Your mind can't cope with it, Penge. I'm the one trying to put this all together. And it's been a long day. I just did like a 3-hour recording with the Granite Accidents, and now I'm doing like high-level logistics here mentally. Oh, Velitroth's loyalty is low. That is a problem. That's a problem. Defeat Lord Mazdamundi. Yet no. He's not even anywhere near me. I mean, he's kind of near me, but he's not really anywhere near me. We're not going to war with Mazdamundi. But Velitroth is a little bit more concerning. Velitroth, generally when you have a loyalty issue, if I give you shiny things, it makes up for it. Are there any shiny things I can give you? Yeah, you can have an Armor of Darkness. And you can. It works with the Skaven. I don't actually know that it works with the Dark Elves. You're only a tech. Yeah, well, you say you're only a techie, Polsk. There's only 2 of you. 2 of you are doing the tech for all of the entire hospital. Tried to warn you how addictive that game is. Project Hospital? Yeah. No, that's a solid game. I am disappointed that we lost it in the Great PC switchover, but by the same token, basically the last episode of that, there was really nothing left to do except let the game run. We were barely profitable, but I would just basically let the game run for real-world days until we actually made some money in there. If you were seriously Jeff Goldblum, would you make me a techie? I don't think so. No, I'd make you the spokesperson for the hospital. You sit down to record 1 session, before you know it, you have half dozen episodes in the can. Not with the Granite Accidents, Bobcat. It was more like 2. We sit there and record for a long time, and then I chop it up later, and Gremdevel leaves it as is, and Civilian does whatever it is Civilian does with it. So I gave you 1 shiny thing, Velatroth. Would you like another shiny thing? Have a Sword of Might. That's not helping your loyalty. Talisman is already taken up, and that would be useless to you anyway. You can't have a mount yet. How about a follower? Why don't you have a factor? Okay, still not helping your loyalty. How about an organ merchant? When you do get established in Ultimate, this would be great for trade. And those 2 are already taken. Okay. Alright. Dark Elves may be a little trickier to work with loyalty than the Skaven are. Skaven, if you just give them shiny toys, they're basically immediately loyal. How about you go in and fight something? Speaking of which, take a peek at Tor Anrock. See what happened there. What happened to Project Hospital Birdbrains is when I did the Great PC switchover of 2019, I lost a ton of saved games. A ton of them. Project Hospital was one of them. So obviously there's a huge changeover in the games I've been playing on the channel in the last, 45 days. A lot of that was because I just lost a lot of saved games. And although I could have very easily started a new Project Hospital, the thought of going through all the beginning stages again, it was like, no, I don't think it's going to be fun for me. I don't think it's going to be fun for you. It would be a lot of sitting through samey, getting back to where we were. And it would be a long time to get back to where we were. We were, I don't know, 15, 16 episodes deep into that. So, yeah, it was a long time. You were raiding yesterday, Hawk. Oh, okay. All right, well, we desperately needed, German info. People were doing German things at us, and we had no knowledge base to come back to. So, Tor Anrock, what do you got kitting around? Okay, you're not a small settlement. You're a level 4 city. Your garrison isn't that big, though. It's beefy. It's a beefy garrison, but it's tiny. And where is White Peak? White Peak is down here. White Peak is a much softer target. And your nearest army, I don't see. I don't see your army anywhere. Okay, this could probably go horribly wrong, but I'm going to try and put Tor Anrock under siege and see what we can do with that. Yes, we're declaring war on the High Elves. Why wouldn't we? They hate us anyway. Do they use cows? Well, they do have walls. They may throw cows on catapults and throw them over the walls. Is that golf game very, very early access? Yes, it is. And it shows, Lionel. It shows. I know I was very, very kind to Chef in early access. I think there's a long way for them to... Not a long way. Obviously, I assume you haven't watched it yet, but I was kind of thinking of you while I was recording it, because there's a lot of issues I think you personally be like, this needs to be fleshed out, this is not okay, when I was playing it. So, sorry, don't fight the battle, continue the siege. All right, put them under siege. Make sure I click the right button here. Especially with the tycoon-y side, and that's why I put another video out, because the first one was really just the tutorial. And I wanted to do more of the tycoon aspect and the business aspect, and there's some things that... fleshed out, clarified would be a good way of putting it. Like, why is what I'm asking in some of these things. You know, looking over the budget sheet, it was almost like looking over the Chef budget sheet, where it was kind of a question of, what am I paying for? Why is this number here? I'd say give Project Hospital time for DLCs or a mod. Yeah, that's a good idea. Actually, that's a really good idea. I would be totally okay with that. I love Project Hospital. That is such a fun game. I'm really, really glad I kind of remembered that Penge did it, because I'm like, oh wow, this was fun. I bet it's even more fun now. That's a great idea, Bobcats. Let's wait a little bit longer on it and then start it again. Yeah, Penge, you played the golf game. We were kind of chit-chatting about that earlier today. What did you think about it? It is a little frustrating. It's a little frustrating. It is lacking. You're right, Lionel. I'm not even going to argue it, because there's nothing to argue. It's lacking. It's clearly very early access, and as many people, including yourself, and I, if I'm being truthful, should have said, much like Chef, they may have served it a little too early. They probably needed to let this cook a little bit longer. Oh, thank you for clarifying, Lionel. I assumed you meant the game, not the episode. I assumed, you know what, Lionel? You've been watching the wee hours for a little while, and I've known you for a little while. I am very confident if you suddenly said, wow, Dave, your quality is terrible, I can't watch this anymore, I actually believe you'd be honest enough to say that. You know, if you felt that the channel was going in the wrong direction, I actually think you'd be truthful enough to say, hey, what's up with you? Because this is not the quality that I expect. So, yes, I did know you meant the game, not the episode. Hero not move, that will be Sabioth. Sabioth, just keep barreling south. You're all going to meet up on Ulthuan. You're all going to hang out on Ulthuan and get some stuff done with the High Elves, hopefully. You're going to ask what later, Polsk? The path making is wicked weird, Bobcat. I don't know what was up with that. I had very, very briefly test-driven the paths before I recorded that. I'm like, I don't even know what this is. It's all over the place. It's a different kind of geometry. It's like alien geometry on the path. See, exactly, Lionel. Exactly. You would actually be truthful enough to say, what are you doing, Dave? What are you doing? Doesn't mean I don't make changes. Obviously, I do. But you know, I hope you would be honest. Say the overall quality is terrible, Dave. Please stop doing this, or I'm never going to watch you again. Who did you find first, Dave? I think Penge, Lionel was one of yours, as they say. Oh no, okay, yes, Jess was summoned. I'm pretty sure Lionel was watching you, because I seem to recall seeing him come up in your comments when I was first starting to watch you. Oh, Talisman. Yeah, right. That's how we hooked up. See, this is what I'm saying, Penge. This is what I'm saying. You and I were just talking about that. That Talisman game that we did, that still has traction. I still get new comments on that. That was a great collaboration. I've had so much fun playing that. And it was such a great series. It had such great narrative to it, with Norman the Gnome and all that. Claire Caron, we're wicked good friends with you. Yeah, you can totally have military access. I am 100% fine with that. We're best buddies, Claire Caron and I. So Sabioth, you still need to barrel south. That's good. And I think Marathi should be able to wrap up the Egyptians over there momentarily. They should be suffering attrition at this point. They should absolutely be getting wrecked over there, because I'd say we're starving them out, but they're undead. I don't know exactly what we're starving them of, but we are starving them out. Backside into gear and get some more collabs with me. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Look, we've said it a million times. Your timing is insane. You've got kids. You've got a family. I don't have any of that. I have luxuries that you do not have. I have a little more free time, but the door is always open. You absolutely know that. I don't have to tell you that. We talk frequently. The door is always open. The Alchemist. Okay. See, this is another one of the choose your own adventures where there's only one good choice. What is a satchel of potions? It's actually pretty good. Plus 30 armor, plus 27 melee defense, but I'm going to get 2,500 gold, plus 2 loyalty for Yastra, and 750 experience. Why would I not pick that? Why would I not pick that? Polsk is going to ask me a weird question. If someone made a fan game about you, would I play it? And you won't make it, I swear. First of all, I'd be shocked. Secondly, yes. Thirdly, provided it was in good taste. So, long story. Yeah, see, Penge would already play it. It could be a whole meta thing. So provided it was in good taste, then yes, I would absolutely do that. I would 100% do that. I think that would be hysterically funny. No one's going to do it. Thank you, Polsk. I know you're not going to do it because you're Jeff Goldblum and you've got movies to star in, and nobody else is going to do it. But yes, short answer, yes, I would. And apparently so would Penge. So if you know someone who is doing it, Polsk, make sure it's multiplayer, because then we can get in a good collaboration together. Yastra, keep barreling south. If we do this right, I can actually get him in the Siege of Tor Anrock, and we'll be able to wrap that puppy up real quick. Super quick on that. And we're accumulating a good bunch of money because we're not spending it right now. Okay, Marathi, Plain of Spiders. Currently suffering attrition. Super. How's your army looking? Half strength. Great. I'm going to give you one more turn until you're basically almost dead, and then I'm going to move in. Temple of Adioth, what do you think I want to build there? Bliffy is going to make a horrible RPG game about me. Okay, cool. Excellent. Probably a little up on strength, not as much on endurance, average on agility, and certainly nothing on wisdom or intelligence, and I think Lionel can back you up on that. And you put what you feel in charisma. But lower intelligence and wisdom to whatever Lionel tells you it should be. Wee Hours the game would be a visual novel thing. Oh, I don't want to do a visual novel. They're so slow. I mean, I liked the fighting fantasy ones because there's a certain somewhat of action in there. I mean, if you're going to do a visual novel, do like a fighting fantasy kind of thing. Can you be an NPC? Absolutely. Just you can be whatever you want. You know that. You can be whatever you want in the Wee Hours world. You already are. So you just you can kind of write your own ticket. Temple of Adioth. Wow, I have a lot of stuff I'm not building right now. Let's get money stuff done. Money, money, money. And that pretty much blows my money, ironically. And then next time we'll start beefing up defenses where we need to, although everything is pretty well defended, though Hag Hall is ready to move up to level 4. That will be cool. Where'd Sabioth go? Sabioth is up there. Great. Keep barreling south. Thank you very much. Stardew Valley kind of thing. Yeah, that would be good. That would be very good. I mean, I don't generally like, low poly stuff, but I'm not completely opposed to them. If it's done well, then I will play it. Much like, Graveyard Keeper. That's a good example. Low poly, low whatever you want to call it, but the game is solid. It is a little grindy, but it is a solid game. It's got a lot of good humor to it. Side note, there's 2 choose-your-own-adventure books for Star Wars, and a 3rd coming out, and they're awesome, and the author's a cool dude. Are they... I don't suppose they're digital, are they? Because I put those up on the channel. I haven't done a fighting fantasy one in a while, but it always gets good attention on the Wee Hours. I don't suppose they're digital, Jess. Not something I could pick up on Steam, maybe. That would be pretty good. You have an idea for a game, but I don't know if you want to hear it. I'll hear anything you'd like, Birdbrain, so long as it's in good taste. So long as it's cool and doesn't offend anyone, you can pretty much say whatever you want here. Yastra, you're all set. Great. The Siege of Tor Anrock has started off swimmingly. Fantastic. And nobody has come to be fussed about this. Oh, Lord Mazdamundi, we were just talking about you. Please don't start a war with me. I really don't need to go defend my... Oh, you actually want peace. I'm sorry. I wasn't aware we were at war. That's how non-fussed I was about the war we were in. I kind of forgot we're at war. But yeah, you can have peace. That's totally fine. You can totally have peace. Might be ebooks, but they're not games as much as the traditional book kind. Okay, yeah. I figured it was kind of a long shot, but there it is. You have an idea? Okay, it's a mix of Kerbal Space Program and Software Inc. That's a mix. That's a mix indeed. And I'm really pleased that we started Software Inc. And again, thanks to Penge for that little nudge. He was like, hey, you should probably play Software Inc. That game was fun. And he's right. I think it's a really good replacement for Project Hospital. They're kind of along the same vein, and I get kind of the same narrative excitement out of both of them. You start off launching sounding rockets. Sounding rockets? Qu'est-ce que c'est sounding rocket? This sounds like a military thing that you and Bobcat know about, and I don't, which is pretty much everything. Although I did know ICBM. You got to give me that one, Birdbrains. Yeah, see, Bobcat knows what this is, and I don't. So it's got to be some sort of military thing that you guys know about. Endgame would be like SpaceX and NASA. Okay. What? Qu'est-ce que c'est sounding rocket? Yes, I did just speak French, Penge. I lived in England. I had mandatory French, probably just like you did. I had many years of mandatory French. There's very little I remember about it. But, oh, who wants... We were at war with you as well? When were we at war with you, Kekuliel Shadow Dart? With your unpronounceable yet cool name. Yeah, Jess is the czar of Space Force. But fine, everybody wants peace with me all of a sudden. It's probably because I'm the second most powerful faction in the world. And you're not Deadwood Sentinels. That's the key. I'm the second most powerful faction in the world, and you're not the first. So I'm not surprised you want peace with me. Since when do Brits speak French or vice versa? I don't know, Hawk, but when I was in England, and I'm going back more than a few years, French was not optional. We had mandatory French. And Latin, for that matter, but mandatory French. Because, you know, France is 26 miles away. It's a good idea to know it. It's actually not handy where I am now, because Canada is 26 miles away, and obviously there's a fair bit of French spoken up there, but I don't really remember much of it. Sounding rockets are simple rockets used to do simple meteorological experiments. Got it. Okay. Got it. All right. Fair enough. I knew it was something that I didn't know about that's vaguely military-based. No spoilers on the Civ 6 series, Jess. I've decided, and not that you would, you never do spoilers, but I have decided to wait for it to end and then binge watch it. Because that's how I like to do Penge's Civ series. Because, you know, it's a long series, so I like to take it all in one shot. So I am holding off and binge watching it. Although, Penge, I liked that Graveyard, or whatever it was, the Grim Knights game, way more than I thought I would. I watched that start to finish. So I thought I was going to tune in and go, I don't know about this game. This seems a little low tech here. Actually, it's not that bad. That was kind of a fun little game you played there. And solid fuel powered. They are simplest rockets used in science. Okay, cool. Great. All right, Yastra. You can also get in on the Siege of Tor Anrock. This is awesome. Nobody came to bother us. We're going to totally take Tor Anrock, probably without a lot of problem. It's 6 turns till they run out of supplies. That's not nothing. That's going to be a while. But we just doubled our army here. And no other army has come to tell us not to do this, basically. So that's good. Hey, Kisko, welcome. Had to miss yesterday's live stream, but I'm still watching when I have free time and will comment. Thank you so much, Kisko. Hey, I'm happy when anyone turns up, man. I'm happy when anyone turns up. That Sim stream is a lot of fun. A little bit bigger than I expected it to be. I'm going to be honest. I'm not really sure what to do with the attention it's gathering, but I'm happy to have it. I'm very happy to have it. And I think it's introduced some new people to the wee hours, which is very, very cool. The Pregnant Guppy is a pretty cool plane, says Bobcat. I should probably read the rest of chat before I comment on that. No, it's pretty much just Pregnant Guppy. That's what we're talking about. Okay, got me on that one. All right, I'm not. You know what? It's a Bird Brains Bobcat thing. I don't even know. Oh, no worries, Jess. Fridays are busier days. Fridays are busier days for a lot of people. I'm gonna let me be clear. I actually put it on a Friday afternoon specifically to try and attract people who aren't watching the Saturday stream. I'm actively trying to attract new viewers. I do the best I can to have the channel grow in a positive way. So I'm always looking for what could I do to attract new people here. Who else might be interested in what we're doing here? All right, Plane of Spiders, you should be pretty much done. I think Marathi can pretty much auto-resolve you. Yeah, you're all done. You're all done. The Grand Hierophant Katep, Aros, King Sahut, you're all done. It's so easy, we're just going to auto-resolve it. Goodbye, Exiles of Nehek. You are all done. That was your only settlement. I am now going to burn it to the ground. And we got the Book of Asher, Winds of Magic power up. That's pretty cool. All right. Exiles of Nehek faction destroyed. Perfect. Great. We got a perk against... well, actually, we're immune to desert attrition. That's good. The sandstorm thing won't come up, but the desert thing might. Good job, Marathi. And Morathi is bold, charge bonus up, leadership up. That is all good stuff. And finally, we can just put those people to bed and leave. That was the whole point of this, is so we can leave our western border alone. Because I was really getting fussy to have to hang out over there. Dave knows I'm rarely in on a Friday evening or any weekday evening. Yes, I do know. Yep, absolutely. Hey, as I just said, I'm happy when anyone turns up to one of these streams. The fact that we kind of get the same gang of people hanging out all the time, I think is ridiculously cool. It's so awesome that, you know, the same people keep showing up. Doesn't mean I don't want new people. Again, always trying to attract new people. But so I'm happy when anyone shows up. And I know schedules are different on a Friday. And I knew that doing it. I'm like, I'm not going to get the usual people because those people are doing grown-up things like working or, you know, watching things or whatever it is they do on a Friday. What I would like to see would be a cross between KSP and Shenzhen.io IQ. I'm having trouble reading that from the distance I'm at, where you build the rocket and program the guidance system for automated probes. All right, so this is still a rocket thing. All right, I'll let you guys talk amongst yourself. Vols Anvil. Let's keep beefing you up. Let's get you up to level 3 defenses, please. That'll put some walls on the place. That'll be nice. And that's pretty much all my money. Is there anything we need to be building down here? Quintex, you're level 5 now. Yeah, there's all sorts of things we should be building down here, actually. We kind of got to get on that. We need to get... Well, we need money. We need money. So we could get the dragon hatchery and get some black dragons in here. A little bit overrated in my regard, but it's a mere 11,000 gold to do that. It's 11,000 gold to do any of this. Cold One Dread Knights. Oh, the Herr Ganath Executioners. Oh, I'd love to get those guys. We're going to need the House of Assassins first. Okay, we need a buttload of money. We need a ton of money. And Hawk is still raiding, apparently. Good job. Well done. Or playing tabletop RPGs. Oh, that's what you're doing on Friday. I get it. That's what you're doing on a Friday. No, totally cool. Totally cool. Although we really could have used you yesterday because there was a lot of German stuff that came up. So, Siege goes well, and Morathi can get out of the west. Hero not move. That'll be Sabaoth. That's fine. Keep moving where you're moving. You're going to come down and help us slay some high elves. It's going to be cool, Sabaoth, because you're actually wicked good at that. Pretty sure Dave's community is my favorite to chill with on YouTube. Thank you so much, Kisco. That is awesome. I know I appreciate my viewers a lot, but really, that actually really means a lot to me. It really does. Things like that just make my day when I hear stuff like that. Morathi has leveled up. Not surprising. Where are you at in your spellcasting these days? You got any good spells I should be all into? Spiteful Conjuration? Minus 15 armor. It's okay. 12% speed. Soul Stealer. Not bad, but I'm not over the moon about it. Pit of Shades. I could upgrade that. Cooldown down. Winds of Magic cost down. And I probably would see me using that quite a bit. What else you got, Morathi? What else have you got around here? Actually, you know what? What's the next level of Sheaf Master? Ammo up. Reload time up. Okay. That is cool. I appreciate that. You people won't buy your game if your game has the Unity logo on the start. And thank you, Kisco. I appreciate you asking people to like the stream. I remembered to like my own stream, so that's very, very good. I appreciate that. I want you, Morathi, to be going down your blue line here to eventually get to Lightning Strike, because that is a super, super handy perk. Because then, going up against an enemy with reinforcements, we can enforce the Lightning Strike so they can't pull in their reinforcements. Really handy, and I think I only need one more point in this line to start moving in that direction. So how about you just had more slaves at the end of a battle? That seems like a sensible thing for you to be doing. The random facts with bird brains. The pregnant guppy. Oh yes, please do illuminate this. You can't throw a phrase out like pregnant guppy and then just leave me hanging. Was a plane built by NASA to transport rocket parts from the west coast to the east, where the rockets were launched, because ships were slow and had the risk of damage. Couldn't just a regular plane ship parts? Did it have to be a specific plane? I'm genuinely interested. I'm not saying that as a joke. I'm actually genuinely curious. Couldn't just regular old planes ship parts or trucks? Trucks can move things faster than a boat can. Well, cross country anyway. Trucks are useless on the water. So if you were going by water, don't take a truck. But you know, cross country on land, a truck would be wicked handy. So please illuminate me. Why the special plane? That's what I want to know. Sarah, we haven't seen you in a while. Apparently you've leveled up for no readily explainable reason. Yeah, you're not really handy, per se. Why don't you... What are your deep-level spells here? What do you get? What's Curse of Anrahir? It's not bad. It's not great. Transformation of... Oh. Transformation of Kadon summons a Manticore. Yes. Yes, please. How much more do I need in this line? I don't care. I'm taking it. Let's get Flock of Doom. I do use that occasionally. And that should get me over to Evasion next time. Now, Morathi, are you ready to move yet? No, you've already done your thing. We're still ending the turn. Okay. Oh, the entire second stage. Okay. Yeah, no, rockets are big, Lionel. At this point, I probably conquered that idea myself. But when Birdbrain said rocket parts, I assumed, like, you know, nuts, bolts, screws, maybe a sheet of metal or something. But Birdbrains actually specifically means a rocket. So that makes a lot more sense now. Okay, that makes a lot more sense. Saturn V fuselages were really big, and different stages were built at different facilities all across the U.S. Okay, they had to put a giant tube on the top and had to split the plane in half to load it. Okay, yeah, no, I get it now, Bobcat. Again, when Birdbrain said parts, I'm thinking, you know, Home Depot. I'm thinking, you know, some nails, a hammer, parts. I didn't actually realize that meant an entire chunk of a flippin' rocket. So yeah, no, you're gonna want a pregnant guppy for that. Boy, if I've learned anything, it's you need a pregnant guppy for those kind of things. Claire Carond, we're super good friends with you. What do you want? You want us to join war against the Deadwood Sentinels? We just made peace with them, Claire Carond. And I'm not interested in that part of the map right now, so I don't want to have to keep an eye on the Deadwood Sentinels. I'll tell you what, Claire Carond, where are they? They're way up there. How many of them are there? Not a lot. Okay, fine. You know what? Because it'll make you like us even more, and that could eventually potentially lead to Confederation. So they're not going to come and bother me. They're nowhere near me at this point. So fine, we'll go to war with you, with them, whatever. Claire Carond, I'm only going to suck you up and absorb you later. Who are you? Oh, you're Claire Carond. Never mind. Never mind. You're my buddy. Are you raiding in my territory? Buddy? Friend? Because that's not cool. No, don't be raiding in my territory. That's not nice at all. I don't go and raid in your territory. Don't make me come over there, Claire Carond. Although you're actually... You have a force. You don't have nothing. Yeah, an allied army is raiding in my territory. What a jerk. How much have you got? Yeah, you've got some settlements left here. You have Claire Carond itself. You have Storag Core... Shotak Mountain. Actually, looks to be about it. You are not that beefy. Claire Carond, just for argument's sake, just for giggles, just for having the conversation, are you interested in confederating with us? You have 5 territories, allegedly. Oh, I see the other 2 right there. Okay. Are you at all... Where's Carond Carr? Where are you guys? Oh, you're way up there. And we're not trading with you. Let's open negotiations with Carond Carr. We seem to have no communication with you. You've rejected a non-aggression pact with me? Shakara of Carond Carr? Are you serious? Because I'm way more powerful than you. Way more powerful. Oh, my reliability has gone down because I started making peace with people these people don't like. That's kind of a pain in the neck. I'm going to have to wait for that to tick up a little bit. Oh, diplomacy is so fidgety in this game. Justifiably so. It makes it a real challenge, but it's a huge balancing act in this game. A huge balancing act. It's not that they don't like me. It's that they don't like the fact that I made peace with people they don't like. So now my reliability is low. Did you know with Bobcat, early in the Space Shuttle development program, NASA considered bolting 2 B-52s together at the wingtips to lift the shuttle? Now see, that's a part. A bolt that will bolt 2 B-52s together, that's a part. That's what I thought we were putting in the Pregnant Guppy. Apparently not. Apparently not. So, I gotta figure that was not Plan A, Bobcat. I'm just gonna guess. Where's Tor and Rocket? Yeah, still 5 more turns. Marathi's ready to move on out, which is great. Get out of the desert for a start. And actually, go into the Temple of Adioth. You can just heal up for a turn. What do you think I want to build in the Temple of Adioth? More defenses? You're not completely wrong about that, but I want to save the money, which we're not making super quick here, for beefing up Quintex. Any level 5 stuff I should be trying to throw down with the money I have? And the answer is basically no. I don't actually have the Den of Outlaws yet. Do I want that? Kind of, but not for that money. Sabioth, you still need to move. So come on over. Everybody... Oh, okay, here we go. Lothran's starting to send an army. There they go. I knew they were going to come in at some point. Well, great time for Sabioth to be showing up then. Good, he can poke that bear. Yeah, oh, it's Alariel. Oh, that's, yeah, that's like a legendary lord. I have 2 full stack armies here. But if he hits me, he'll pull in the that's going to be a battle and a half. Let's see if we can avoid that. Actually, I would like to avoid that battle. Why did you just move? Yastra. Did I accidentally click on you, Yastra? It's possible. Yeah, he's going right for the Eagle Gate. Or rather, she's going right for the Eagle Gate. Are you going to stay in the Eagle Gate? Please say yes. And can I do anything to block that army? Your cat is starving to death. Yeah, cats go from well-fed to dying of malnutrition at the drop of a hat. In seconds, they are dying of malnutrition. You have never fed them before in your life. I know that about cats. Your family has a cat in The Sims, by the way, Lionel. It's adorable. It's absolutely adorable. You posted a picture of the guppy in the Discord. Okay, I will check that out later then. And Polsk has to go, and you're not Jeff Goldblum. Well, you know my opinion on that. Well, thank you, Polsk. I appreciate you stopping by. Thank you, as always. NASA eventually settled on mounting the shuttle on top of a modified 747 because of the difficulty with their initial plan of bolting 2 B-52s together. Yeah, I'm not surprised. And we've all seen Moonraker. We know it goes up on a 747. That's James Bond taught me that in one of the worst James Bond movies, but a James Bond movie nonetheless. Now, I'm a little concerned, and by a little concerned, I'm terrified by Ariel the Radiant showing up with her army. Because trying to fight off that and the garrison is not nothing. That's a big battle, and the Bray herds are coming. Okay, that's actually the least important information I need right now. Yastra, enter the encamp stance, because I think that... Why can you not encamp? Why can you not encamp? Oh, it's because it's called channeling. Okay, that's fine. It's called channeling. Just make sure that you're ready for this, because this is gonna happen. Lord not moved. Whom? Yastra. Yeah, that's fine. Yastra can stay right there. It's all cool. Unassigned skill points. Who? Oh, Helenor. All right, that's fine. What could you do with your time? You can't do anything that I need you to do, really. You can spread corruption. Actually, that's not the worst thing for you to be doing. Yeah, go ahead and spread some corruption. The High Elves will hate that. Sabioth, you're the more interesting person here. You get onto land, and that's really about all you're going to be able to do. If that army comes barreling through, can we get a better eyeball on it? Okay, it's not the worst army. It's very missile-heavy. Those Sisters of Avalorn will mess me up. Those are archers that are not playing. Those things just wreck. High range, high missile damage, armor piercing, magical, and fire on their missiles. They will... I tell you what, if you ever put together a high elf army, get these folks immediately. They will wreck. And you got Swordmasters of Hoeth. That's fine. They're beefy, they're heavily armored, but there's only 3 of them. That eagle will go down no problem. I have no problem with the eagle. Shadow Warriors. Okay, it's not an undefeatable army, but combine that with the garrison. Here they come. Yeah, oh yeah, they're coming. They're in for a fight. Here we go. Here we go. Yeah, and as I kind of suspected, the game is saying this is about even. So the garrison is very infantry heavy with some horsies. Oh, silver helms. That's Tyrannok chariots. I hate those guys. But the army itself is very missile heavy. I've got more numbers. I've got more things on the field, including War Hydra. Oh no, I'm sorry, Charybdis. Right, we'll see the Charybdis in action. These Sharpies are right down here, Bliffy. Sharpies are in the army here. I actually have more than one flyer. Alright, well, we're going to have to fight it or retreat. We don't really have an option. So we're not going to retreat because I'm not giving up this city. And if we could take out Alariel the Radiant, that's a legendary lord. I mean, she won't go away forever, but that would be a big feather in our Dark Elf cap. So, Battle of Tor Anrock. I'm really glad I got Yastra down here. If we were doing this against a single army, that would not go well at all. This is going to be tough enough as it is. So what do I need to do here? I need to close the distance because they have the range. I don't think they have any bolt throwers. That'll be good. Because I do. I've got plenty. I think I have 4 units of bolt throwers here. I need to close the distance and get all up in their business. Otherwise, they will just stand at range and wreck. And I need to use the Charybdis smart to basically hold their infantry in place. If I can get the Charybdis in to wreck the Sisters of Avalorn. Oh, and I'm on top of Vale. Oh, good map. Good map. This is a good, promising start, and the reinforcements are going to come in right behind me. Oh, wait, no. Hang on. That's their reinforcements. Okay, this is the worst map ever. My reinforcements are all the way down there. Okay, this changes things. They're going to come in behind me, and I'm going to come in behind them. This is fidgety. All right, I'm going to make this work. Somehow I'm going to make this work. Everybody go over there right now. Everybody just hang out over there. So, I'm going to need time more than anything. Time. And I don't want those woods to be there. I'd rather get a clearer line of sight on them. So, here's how this is going to go down. Reaper Bolt Throwers. Here. And that's going to give me there and there. Let's get you a little bit farther in that direction to cover that area. Okay. Did you know that the Raining Taco song got a sequel? Yes, I saw that in the Discord too. I didn't know that the Raining Taco song had a prequel. So, but good. Good. And let's make sure you're doing the 3 bolts rather than 2, which I always forget to do. Because that's better against infantry, which is what they're going to have. Now what? Now what? Alright, all my dark shards, including my special dark shard. Get in a... Oh, that's a lot of dark shards. Okay. Oh, and you've picked up my flyer, too. Okay, that's why that's more. Well, don't pick up the flyer. Send the flyer over there. And who are you? You're the Dark Riders. Actually, you can hang out in the forest and be a surprise attack. Good. You are more Dark Riders. Wait. Dark Riders and Dark Riders? How many? I'm only seeing 1. Where is my other Dark Rider coming from? You're the Dark Riders with the repeater crossbows. Okay, this is all making sense now. You're also going to be a surprise force. Great. Perfect. Excellent. Everybody's happy with that information. Now I've moved all my things in the wrong way. So that goes over there. That goes over there. And that should nicely cover anyone coming in that area. Sorry, this was going to take me a little bit longer to set up because I'm terrified of this battle. This battle could go really, really badly, really quickly. Super quick. Because they're going to be coming directly behind me. And all of you are off skirmish mode. Dread Spears. You're Not the most useful thing I have, but you're going to do the job, kind of, sort of. And I'm going to put one black guard. No, change that. Put a dread spear behind the line. And I also kind of need other stuff behind the line. Put the Charybdis up front to begin. And what else do we want to do? Put the black guard right up front. They're the tankiest things I've got. Put the other dread spears there. That's fine. And the Black Ark Corsairs can kind of hang out on this side. And Helenor, you're brand new. This is kind of your first day. Welcome to the team. You guys can all hang out there. That should account for everyone. Great. That's super. But that's a really unprotected back line. I checked the song, and it's called Hailing Taquitos. Okay. What you need? Apache attack helicopters. They'd help. Can't you build some of those? Well, technically, I kind of do. I have the Raven Heralds, which, let me zoom in on these guys. They are, there we go. Come on, there we go. They're Dark Elves on flying horses with repeater crossbows. I think that's about as close as you're getting to an Apache helicopter in the Warhammer universe. They're very fast. I could deploy them virtually anywhere. They can do Vanguard deployment. But I think my plan with all of these guys is when the reinforcements start coming from right behind me, which is fussy. Actually, better plan, guys. You're going to come from over here. You're going to come from over here. Again, I apologize for the long setup on this battle, but this is going to be very, very interesting given where all of our reinforcements are coming from. And I'm going to do the same to them. So, in case anyone was unclear, the yellow circle over here means where my reinforcements are going to come from. So, their army's going to start down here in the red. My reinforcements are going to come right behind them. Unfortunately, they're doing the same thing to me, so I'm going to get their reinforcements piling right in behind me. Now, their reinforcements will be the garrison. The garrison is super infantry heavy. Very, very infantry heavy. And I'm actually going to move this Dark Spear around here too and kind of stretch this line out a little bit. So if their garrison is very infantry heavy, I can use my sort of shock troops here to pick them apart, try and hold the line with the Dread Spears. And then in the meantime, my reinforcements will start pelting them from the back. I think I'm about as ready as I can be to start this battle. I'm a little nervous about this one. This could fail, but let's see what we do. Okay, here they come. And here they come. This is, you know what the biggest problem with this is actually figuring out who's doing what at what time. Because they're going to come right through the woods. Let's get, alright, actually I'm going to take it down to half speed here, just so, because I'm going to have to be bouncing back and forth between the entire map. Let's get all of these guys moving in this direction. Now, reinforcements are showing up, but not that quickly. And where am I? Where am I exactly? You're saying I'm here. Where's here? Okay, there I am. Okay, cool. Excellent. Oh, great. I start in the woods. Super. Let's just start moving everyone this way. Just start moving this way. How? Yeah, just start going in this direction right now. The Mi-28 would be a bad idea. Sure, the fuselage is armored, but as the Northern Alliance in Afghanistan found out, the windows were just glass. Well, I was going to say most windows are glass, but obviously you got things like plexiglass and things like that. Yeah, so these guys are pretty much going to wreck these harpies. Pause it. Pause it. I need to get a better handle on this. Okay, reinforcements, the bolt throwers. Get here if you can. Get in this direction. I don't know if that's the best place for you. It's the best I've got right now. Now, what did they leave behind? These guys, including, oh my goodness, they left a Lariel the Radiant. Right here. Right here in the back. Okay. So, good. I think we just tend to ton of people at her until she falls down and goes away. Like, say, some Black Ark Corsairs. Those would do okay. What have you... What's your deal, Alariel? You've got no armor. You got no armor. Even your weapon strength is not that good. Actually, you don't even have that many hit points for a legendary lord. Oh, go wreck her. Go just wreck her. Make her go away. You guys take out those guys. You guys try and get those guys. You four, first of all, be off skirmish mode. Are you not? Oh, you're Dread Spears. I'm sorry, you're Dread Spears. In that case, you guys start marching up there. You guys, who are Dark Shards, be off skirmish mode and pelt the bejesus out of that Lothran Sea Guard. Everyone else, just kind of do as you feel. I'm going to send the cavalry up there. Okay, let's actually get the game going here. Great. Our bolt throwers are already doing work to them, but I've got to keep an eye on where their reinforcements are. And they've realized I'm coming up from behind. They've kind of figured out that things are not going well for them. So the Harpies are coming in. They're a little confused. Now they're starting to peel back because they've realized I'm coming up from behind. I don't know how this is going to work, but it might work. But I've still got to keep an eye on where their reinforcements are coming from, which is over here. So start making a line here and here. And Charybdis, you're probably going to be the best thing I've got in this neck of the woods. So start being Charybdis-y. I don't know. All right. Archers are moving back and moving forward. Archers moving in that direction. That's fine. You're going to get wrecked by my bolt thrower. Their eagle is moving back. Good. Take that thing out of the sky. That thing will actually fall down pretty quickly if somebody can get an eyeball on it. Dark Riders, where are you guys right now? You're very slowly moving over here. See if you can get, what are those? Swordmasters. Oh, those are beefy. Take out their, when you get up there, take out their archer. That'd be spiffy if you did that. Totally willing to sacrifice these harpies. Except, I don't know if we need to. Just get out of there. Everyone's doing a thing, right? Yeah, we're all doing things. That's good. Everyone's doing things. Bird brains is the law, so the law is bird brains. Oh, there they are. There they are. Okay, pause it, pause it, pause it. Okay, what do you got coming in? Silver helms? Fine. Meet Charybdis. And also meet my spearmen. And you, spearmen, can you get engaged with those guys? See if you can. See if you can. And you know what? While you guys are right here, just fight them. There's actually nothing coming up on the front. So go ahead and wreck things. You are going for them. You are going for them. Okay. Good. That part A, broadly under control. What about the hot mess down here? Yeah, they're all coming back. Okay, Harpies, just get out of the way. I know I said I was going to sacrifice you, but if we don't have to, that would be good. Dread Spears, can you take out that eagle? I bet you can. I bet you can do that just fine. Yeah, take out that eagle, please. And Dark Riders, no, keep going where you're going. Ignore the eagle, please. Ignore the eagle. Space Bees, excuse me, voted on me. Well, there was the whole Space Bee issue, Bliffy. You're not wrong there. You're not wrong. Where are my catapults? Kind of wondering if it's just best if you just set up over here and do what you can at this point. Just do what you can. The bulk of the forces are down here. Okay, I need to get back up here and check in, basically. See what's going on here. Oh, yeah. Here comes some reinforcements. Here comes some reinforcements. You've got a place you're going. You've got a place you're going. Why don't you take these guys? You have a thing you're doing. Now, bring in the surprise troops, because this is all infantry heavy, except for that Tyrannok chariot. I'd love to get that guy down. Everyone focus on that Tyrannok chariot, because that will wreck us. That's going to do all sorts of bad things to us. And let's get one of the archers in this direction. Actually, let's get more of the archers in this direction, because there's actually not that much going on the front. And you are going there, you are going there. You just focus on those guys, and you also focus on those guys. Okay, I need to check in on the other end of the field now. Dear Lord. Okay. How How are we doing down here? The Great Eagle is being worn down very quickly. Good. What the heck is going on here? You fight him. You fight him. Everybody fight somebody. If you don't see somebody you're poking with a sharp thing, start doing it. Black Ark Corsairs, you've got hand bows. Go take those guys out. The Dark Shards, why don't you... Where's Alariel? There she is. Okay, there she is. Somebody start getting a bead on Alariel, please. If I could get Corsairs in there, that would be okay. I would be fine with that. Oh, and we've got a wizard over here, too. Oh, there they are. There's those Sisters of Avalorn. Gotta nail those guys right now. And I've got the perfect team to do it. How about Sisters of Avalorn meets a little cavalry? How do you feel about that? Black Orc Corsairs, start working on them. Everybody get in on the Sisters of Avalorn because they will wreck. They will absolutely annihilate us. Yes, charge. Now I got to go check in on the other field. How are we doing over here, kids? Oh, this is... Oh, God, they just keep coming. Who's that? That's a mage. Okay, we can broadly deal with that. That's fine. Dark Riders got tripped up. They got held in place by the cavalry here. You're coming in to do a thing. That's good. Keep doing that thing, please. And actually, can we get... Let's get one of the bolt throwers over here. Why not? It's not going to hurt. I'm kind of light on infantry over here. It's not an infantry-heavy army. There's another Tyrannok chariot there. Somebody needs to deal with these archers down here, like for realsies. Oh, you know who can do that? Velatroth. Go kill the archers, please. Hey, Yagi, welcome! Welcome! Welcome. Sorry, this is I apologize if you came in and I didn't notice you, Yagi. This is a very, very complicated battle. So, you know, it's a thing that's happening. Where's that death hag? Why aren't you doing anything? Go assassinate that noble. Just go deal with that, please. Aha, yeah, okay. So the silver helms are done. That's perfect. Finish the archers. Finish the... Oh, the War Hydra's kind of... Not the War Hydra. The Charybdis has kind of gotten off task here. Go kill the Sea Guard. You're actually probably pretty good at that. You can definitely keep heading towards the archers. Did you know with Bobcat, people... I gotta pause this. Hang on. People often talk about hollowing out and spinning asteroids like Ceres for space colonies. The forces from spinning them enough to simulate 1G would tear the asteroid apart. Part 1 of 2. We'll check back in with that later after I check the other side of this insane battle here. Oh, goodness, there's a lot going on. There's a lot. Oh, the Great Eagle is back. Somebody want to just shoot some things into that? Is anyone not killing something? Because that's basically what I need you to be doing. You are killing something. You're all killing something. You need to be focusing more on Alariel, because despite the fact that she has no armor, she ain't going down, which is fussy. You come out and then charge back in. Come out and charge back. In fact, charge this guy. And then charge somewhere else. A more realistic method would be to hollow out the asteroid and use the material from the inside to build an O'Neill cylinder, which would rotate and use the external mass as radiation shielding. Whew, that was a lot of info. All right, so charge that. They're basically done, right? They're going to break any second. I need to get back to the other side of the field here. Good, charge back into these guys. And you keep doing what you're doing. I need to get back to side 2 over here. Great, the Charybdis is back on task. I really need you to charge into that thing, please. Like, a lot. Consistently. You have decided to pick a fight with the Swordmaster of Hoeth. I'm okay with that. That's fine. Keep doing that. How are we all doing over here? I'm seeing some of their stuff starting to break, and I'm not seeing my stuff starting to break. That's really encouraging. That's good. I don't feel the Reaper Bolt Throwers really contributing much. So let's just change the pattern here and start firing in that direction rather than the other direction. That chariot's going right for my archers. Right for my archers. Okay, we got one of the cavalry to break. That's good. Charge into that. You do not follow him. He's just going off into the woods. Instead, why don't you two keep focusing on the chariot, please? Those chariots will mess us up. Speaking of messing us up, how's the Sisters of Avalorn doing lately? I'm not seeing them breaking, guys. You're doing great work, but they're not breaking. So how about we put some extra firepower on them? Please concentrate firepower on the Sisters of Avalorn, because they will mess us up. And again, the bolt throwers, I kind of really... They're in a fussy position here. How about you... Okay, you know what? Start firing into there. Just begin to fire into there, and we'll hope for the best. And go to your 3 bolts rather than your single bolt, please. Thank you. I know it's going to take you a sec. You're not fighting anyone. Go fight something. Go charge into something and kill something. Dear Lord, do I look like I have this kind of... I can't monitor all of these things. Blackguard is just chilling out over here for some reason. Not okay. If you guys have nothing to shoot, shoot these things. Anyone who's not murdering something, please start murdering things. It's kind of the point of the game. Alright, Charybdis, you have seen off that chariot. Excellent. Charge into these white lions. You might not do so great against them, but we'll hope for the best. And speaking of charging into things, Reaper Bolt Thrower, why don't you also focus on the white lions, their infantry, your anti-infantry. That seems like a good combination. Just fire everything we can. You're not currently murdering something. Why don't you go murder these guys? Everyone should agree that the first city on Mars should be named Opportunity. Not Birdbrains? I was going for the first city on Mars should be named Birdbrains. Maybe Bobcat. You guys are both into that. Okay, a lot of stuff is starting to break over here. Good. I think we've broken the back of their reinforcements, but we've still got issues down here. We're not out of the woods yet, and I mean that realistically and in a real sense of the word. I've got troops in the woods that won't come out. All right, Yastra. First of all, you're tanky. You can sit there and take those arrows. Those Dark Riders are broken. Okay, we're losing some troops here. I need to recommit these archers to deal with these archers, especially those archers in particular. You just keep murdering things down here. Bolt throwers are broadly under control. A lot of this is breaking. These guys have got a good beat on that chariot. That's good. The Mars bar. Oh, God. All right, yeah, no, I get it. I get it. I don't know why you're not murdering anyone, but please continue to murder things. Charybdis, how long would it take you to charge down this hill and start murdering things down here? Because really, unexpectedly, the bulk of the action is down here now. Where are my flyers? I could really use my flyers now. Yeah, Raven Heralds. Start getting in on this. Do I have more Sisters of Avalorn? I darn well do. Good, get in on that. Oh, except don't, because now those chariots are going to start to mess us up. Do I have any cavalry left? Kind of. Go attack that chariot. Like, all the time, please. All the time. I was thinking something like UAC Station 1, and that was the deep groan of puns. Really? I think we've done better than that here. I guarantee you we've done better than that. Alright, the bulk of this is broken. These Swordmasters are just refusing to go down. Oh, Velatroth broke. Sorry, Velatroth. I actually thought you were tankier than that. Sorry. Sorry, leader of our army. Everybody, whatever you're shooting at, they're running away, so stop shooting at them. But one of you, go start shooting this. This is a mess. This is a bar fight. This is not a battle. Helenor, you're still kicking around. Go attack those Lothern Sea Guards, please. Who's shooting me? Who is shooting me? You made the deep groan. That one has the one where you read puns. Okay. All right. Who is, or was I just shooting myself? Because that is entirely possible. That's 100% possible. Yeah, Blackguard. Somebody deal with these Sea Guards. Sort of now. White Lions, take those guys out. Dark Riders. Oh, they're shattered. Okay. Okay, they're shattered. Don't worry about them so much then. Their wizard is broken, but I'd like to kind of steep... I think we got a route. I think we did it. Yeah, we've got a mass route. They're fleeing. Whew. I'd say I've done a lot of battles in Total War. A lot of battles. I've never had the reinforcement setup be like that, where they're coming in behind me and I'm coming in behind them. Whew. Okay. That was fun, folks. We'll need a few Space Marines for security. Absolutely. We go start the United Aerospace Corporation. We can build a base on Mars and hire a mad scientist that speaks German. Oh, Hawk! We've got a job for you. Applications are open at the Mad Scientist Department. Speaking German is part of the requirements. All mad scientists should be German. Or Eastern European, maybe. Sort of that neighborhood. Somehow they should have some sort of European, German, Eastern European accent. I don't know. That was an insane battle. I'm losing my ability to talk right now. Oh, we got through that just by the skin of our teeth. Trying to, and I'm letting it play through because all we're doing is more damage to them. So the more damage, the harder it's going to be for them to come back from this. But we're wrecked too. We are very, very wrecked. Okay, how could I have done that differently? I suppose I could have just held my reinforcements back and waited for them to all come up here, but I still would have dealt with their reinforcements. I don't know if I could have handled that much better than we got out of that. Could you make a D&D channel on Discord? I've seen a lot of D&D talk recently. Yeah, probably. Yeah, I don't see why we can't. It gives you nothing to talk about in general chat, though. Didn't we have a mad scientist from Central Europe in XCOM? Yeah, Dr. Valen. Or Valen, however you pronounce it. Yeah, she was totally a mad scientist from... in fact, I think she was German. I think she very clearly had a German accent. I think Jess would confirm that Valen was German. Or Valen, however it's pronounced. Okay, Alariel, you're wrecked. Your garrison is wrecked. We're wrecked. But we can replenish a little bit. We can get 13% back. That's good. And Alariel is fleeing. Quickly. Now, oh, she already made it through the gate, darn it. I was going to try and pick her off. Oh, well. All right, that's fine. It's all fine. Everything's 100% fine. That's a Dutch accent. Oh, okay. Well spotted, Hawk. I didn't realize that. Interesting. I would not have known the variance between Dutch and German. Not in a game, anyway. I suppose if I was talking to a live human, I would probably notice it. But yeah, that's interesting. But then, you know, there's plenty of people who can't tell the difference between a New Zealand accent and an Australian accent, and they seem radically different from me. I maybe just, I don't know, whatever. Yeah, no, I know you're into Valen, whatever it is, Jess. And we know of the torrid affair between Valen and him. God, that was a tough battle. I'm sorry. I need recovery time from that battle. That was critical. I could have lost 2 armies really, really easily. This is the thing with invading Ulthuan. They ain't playing. They ain't playing around. They love Ulthuan, and they are fully prepared to defend it. I can't believe they pulled out Alariel. Oh, we didn't capture the Plain of Dogs. Yeah, there's a reason for that. I wanted to burn it to the ground. All right, so we did defeat Alariel, though. We didn't kill her, but we defeated her. Public Order +4, Winds of Magic up, and Growth up for Velatroth. Nice. It does pay to beat a legendary lord. Achieved victory over High Elves multiple times. Really, Astra? Because I'm pretty sure this is the first time we've done it. Oh, no, that's not true. That we defeated the Nagareth. They are technically High Elves. Okay. No, that you're right. You're right, Yastra. We did defeat High Elves multiple times. Yeah. Okay. That's fair. That Bradford, thank you. Thank you. I'm just not in XCOM right now. I'm in Total War. And that was a really sketchy battle, and we are beat right now. We are so beat. You're in replenishment stance, right, Yastra? Yes. Okay, good. And how many more turns until this settlement's going to give up? Probably more than I want. 3 turns. That's not that bad. That's not that bad. Sabioth, keep hitting Alariel. Just keep doing whatever you can do to her. Yeah, assassinate her hero. That's a good start. Failure. That's a bad start. All right, well, sit at the Eagle Gate and keep poking at her. I wish you could... I hate the block army ability because I almost never use it. This would be a perfect time to use it. If I had a hero... speaking of if I had a hero, what do Death Hags do for a living? Do you guys block armor? Or block armies, rather? Because if you did... No, you don't. I need the other one. It's not Death Hags and it's not Assassins. It must be the Sorceresses who block armies. That's what I need right now. I could just park one right at the gate. Nobody getting through. That's how gates work. Alright. After all that... Who's saying they haven't moved? Yeah, I know Yastra hasn't moved. Yastra's going to stay right there and try and replenish. Settlement upgrade, which one? Because I'm kind of saving money. Oh, Hag Hall would be good. Hag Hall would be handy. Not wrong about that. No, I need to get more level 5 stuff in Ancient City of Quintex before we commit to that. I will bump this money one up because that's just more money for the future. But I think we'll skip that settlement upgrade for right now, and that one. And what's Morathi up to? Hanging out in Temple of Adioth? Keep moving. Keep moving, Morathi. I'm not 100% sure what I'm going to do with you yet. The way that I've defeated or gotten through Ulthuan before was basically leapfrogging with 3 armies. So 2 armies would go down, besiege a city, fight the city, get in the city. 1 army would hang back and defend the last city, and then we'd keep leapfrogging over each other. Because Ulthuan is just a big circle, and you can't get into the interior without going all the way down to the bottom. So you kind of either fight your way all along the edge and then come in, or start in the inner part and then work your way out. Because these gates, I mean, we could try and take one of the gates. The Eagle Gate, the Griffin Gate, any of those, that'd be fine. That will allow us passage into the interior. The gates are beefy, though. Yeah, the gates have a beefy garrison. That ain't playing. White Lions, Silver Helms, Gate Guards, which are their own special infantry, 2 Bolt Throwers. Yeah, we're not getting into a gate today. Not today. Let's just go ahead and end that turn. I really want to see if the High Elves are going to throw something else at us, because we're not really in a position to take it. We're very, very battered. The Gryffindor, if you will. I'll show myself out. Yes, 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 yes. Yes, 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 yes. Alright, Nagaron's up to something, but that's fine. We're at peace with them, and he is, from a lore perspective, my son. So I feel we should be at least on a cordial terms. And you guys are all in areas that aren't particularly inhabitable to you. Har Ganath, what do you want? They've ended their non-aggression pact with me. Oh dear, where do you live? You live right there, and you have some settlements. I'm seeing at least 5. Okay, maybe I will send Morathi north just to kind of remind people that we're not to be played with. That might be my move there. Just remind everyone that although 2 armies are off the continent right now, Morathi ain't nothing. In fact, I should look at moving some things around in Morathi's army and teching that up a little bit more. I mean, she's got the War Hydra, which is great, but a lot of her other military is kind of low-tech compared to what we can field right now. Would not be the worst idea to tech her up a little bit. We'll have a think about that when this turn ends. What do you got going on down here? Oh, okay. Those Beastmen? Alright, that's broadly okay. There's not a heck of a... Oh, they took out Velatroth. Oh no, they hindered the army. Okay, that's fine. That's totally fine, because I'm actually not planning on moving that army. So you can hinder the army all you want. They're staying put. I know, Robert the War Hydra. I know. Can we just call him Bobby? So we discovered an ambusher that I'm not super fussed about, because Ice Rock Gorge is going to be the closest thing, and we have a garrison in Ice Rock Gorge. I can't make it any better than that, but we have a garrison. And Temple of Adioth is fine. Yeah, I think I'm basically okay with that. Eliminate the following Lord in battle, Alariel the Radiant. Well, we'll see. We'll see. I'm not sold on that idea. Yeah, Morathi, go to Val's Anvil. And yeah, your army is kind of low-tech. What can we field? Ooh, don't have much here. Don't have much. I know we have the maximum number of units, but what theoretically could we put in here? Not as much as I'd like. You get a little bit more cavalry in here. But that's about it. I think I really need to take Marathi down south, where the better tech is. That would be smarter. Okay, so we'll just move you a little more south, Marathi. Lord not move. Robbie might do. Okay. Yes, you did hear Bobby. That's because I said Bobby. So, you know, it's Robert the War Hydra, but is it Rob, Robbie, Bobby, Bob, Bobo? I don't know. You tell me. Okay, Sabioth. What can you do now? Would you like to try assassinating again? You're down to a 72% chance. It's not much good assaulting the units, but you're actually really... When you do assault them, you wreck them. So go ahead and do that. Success. Great. Good. Oh, and now you cause fear when fighting against High Elves. Guess which army you're getting embedded into. Because, boy, are we in some High Elf world right now. How did you do on that? Yeah, I mean, you absolutely hurt them, but they're going to heal it off in the next turn. So, good job, Sabioth. Good job. But they're going to heal that right off. And we're not. That's kind of the problem. If we go... We can't go up against the Eagle Gate. Not with one army, because then I'd have to leave the siege to do 2 armies. 2 more turns, they're running out of food. They're running out of food. I gotta kind of hold the line here. That's what I'm going to do. Hold the line, keep the siege going. And I'm not going to upgrade that settlement. That's fine. We're saving money right now. Sabioth has some skill points. That's good. Apparently, it's Robert, and just Robert, from the emphatic It's Robert. What could you do? Bound by contract, leadership up. Missile resistance up. Lords have a chance to gain 2 loyalty. Oh, sure. I'm assuming that means all lords. That'd be great. Speaking of which, yeah, Yastra, you're 10 out of 10. How's Velatroth? Yes, you're still 4 out of 10, Velatroth. And you did run away from that last battle. That's not going to help. But try and hold on there, because you're going to be the one who takes the city. You'll be really, really happy about that. You'll be super keen on that. They tried to assault my units and failed. That's good. Hagreen, I don't really care what Hagreen's doing. I'm kind of in the middle of something down here. I don't really care what Nagarond is doing. We'll deal with them later. It will be fine. It's gonna be okay. And who else has things they'd like to be doing? Hopefully not to me. That would be the ideal. Let's just have them... I'd really like to keep the northern border calm. I don't want to have to start fighting a war on 2 fronts. Mostly because I can't really afford a 4th army right now. I'd like to, but that's not really economically realistic. I could get a small army together, but we don't have the economy at this stage of the game to be fielding 4 armies. 3 is about our limit. Claire Caron, what are you doing? What you doing there? Okay, I think that's friends attacking friends. And they won. But I don't want to get pulled into a war with you guys. For you guys, actually. Not with you, but for you. Because that seems to constantly happen. So, good. Alright, everyone else seems to be done. High Elves have not launched anything else against me. Great. Appreciate it. If you could hold that off for like 2 more turns, I will start to starve your city out, and then we'll have some fun. Oh, Plane of Dogs is back up and running. Okay, that's fine. Assault units failure. Yep, we knew that, and we knew about the ambusher. Oh, Purge the Weak is up. Speaking of economy, that's a flat 10% right there. Yeah, with only a 1464 surplus, we're not going to afford a 4th army. And I'm really just banking money until we can do some upgrades at Quintex. So, Sabioth, why don't you keep poking the bear here? Yeah, sure, try and assassinate. Yay, you assassinated somebody. You're an assassin. That worked out. And I know the Lord has not been moved. Research available. Any more money things we could be doing? Chaos Corruption +1. That ain't bad. I mean, corruption's always good. Everybody likes corruption. I'd love to get the next level of upgrades, but I don't want to spend 5,000 on it right now. What's Bloodthirsty Companions? Harpies? Nah. Black Ark Corsairs? No, I'm not really feeling that. Speed up for War Hydra and Charybdis. If they were moving a little faster, that's not a bad thing. That's not bad at all. The High Elves are too busy trying to get high to launch attacks. Well, they launched a fairly effective one. They may be stoned off their butts, but they're not stupid. And they have a really defensible area. Ulthuan is a really tough nut to crack. It can be done, but you got to show up in force. You can't play around. Although Lustria has its issues too, because it's so spread out. It's almost it's as difficult, but the exact opposite. All right, should be one more turn. Yes, one more turn, and you guys are going to start starving to death. And my chaos corruption is starting to wreck you. Can I get an idea of your public order? I can't. Yes, I can, actually. Yeah, you're losing public order, which doesn't really mean anything. It would be many, many, many turns before there was any issues with that. But we are hurting you with corruption. That helps. What helps me, anyway. Settlement upgrade is... Oh, Arnheim. Actually, I haven't really seen you guys in a while. Welcome back, Arnheim. I will boost your money building up. And I actually kind of do want this to be level 4, because I'd rather have some better defenses down there. What's your garrison like? Pretty much garbage. Glad I asked. Okay, Ancient City of Quintex, you may have to wait on your Tech 5 stuff for a while. Arnheim is a little vulnerable. If they launch something from Tor Dranil, I can't get Marathi down there fast enough to help. And I'd have to break the siege to pull anyone else out. So, skill points, Sabioth, nobody is surprised by that. Is Chaos a playable faction in this game? Depends how much money you want to spend, Hawk, because it's DLC. So yes it is. It is absolutely a playable faction. It depends what you're playing. If you're playing Warhammer 2, the 4 core factions are the Dark Elves, the High Elves, the Skaven, and the Lizardmen. That's what you get with the base game. Everything else is basically DLC. With Warhammer 1, with the original Warhammer, it is dwarves, vampires, humans, the Empire, and something that I can't immediately remember. And the greenskins, the orcs. And then again, everything else is DLC. I will say everyone hates how much DLC Creative Assembly puts out for the Total War games. You're just raking money out of people. Yeah, they totally are. They totally are. And you know what? All their DLC is solid. It really is. It's just, I'm happy to pay for this DLC because it's really good. And in their defense, which I'm not defending them, but in their defense, they do also put out a fair bit of free DLC too. They're not opposed to throwing some freebies. So that was a long-winded way of answering your question, Hawk, which is yes, if you're willing to pony up, you can play as Chaos. My insides are empty of death and a word I can't pronounce. Lofwi? Luftwaffe? I don't know. Sabioth, how could I possibly make you any better than you are right now? How about... What's down your long chain here? Fleet-footed, opportunist, just basically being better at battle. Weapon strength plus 10% would be good. Why don't you have... Oh, and vigor loss reduction large. Good. That's pretty good, actually. I'll take that. Life. Okay, not Luftwaffe. Yeah, completely different word. End turn, hope for the best. Hope Ilariel is not going to come out again, because she just... I don't know if she was in mustering or she just healed up. Yeah, she's mustering. Okay, she's mustering. She's going to have another go. She's going to come back and try this again. Not super surprised by that. Whoever complains about DLC ever tried to buy the tabletop stuff... Exactly. Yeah, really, you know what? You nailed it there, Hawk. DLC was long before video games. RPGs and tabletops, as someone who started out, you know, with the old school red and blue box D&D and then the second edition, that's where your DLC was. Oh, well, here's your base game. Now you can buy 13 other books for it, and they ain't cheap, by the way. Yeah, you're absolutely right, Hawk. DLC is not new. DLC has been around forever. It just wasn't D. It wasn't downloadable content. It was just content. It's just extra stuff. I had a room full of books that were all technically DLC. Civ gets worse every edition, although I think I would say yes, you're right. First of all, Jess, I would also say that like Total War, they put their money they put their mouth where they want my money. I guess is how I'm trying to say that. So they give quality content for their DLCs. They're not throwing out garbage and asking asking me to pay for it. They put out quality DLC. Okay, you are now suffering attrition. How's your garrison looking? I can't see it. That's the problem. I can't see where your hit points are at because that's just the nature of a garrison. But just in case, can you assault those units again, please? No, you're exhausted. Okay, that's fine. You know what? That's fine, Sabioth. Embed yourself into, well, Yastra's army because it's the only one you'll fit into. So go ahead and embed in there. The expansions are solid, but they make so many random extra sit packs. Yeah, no, I get what you're saying there. Yeah, when you said that, I was kind of primarily thinking of the big expansions, but you're right. They do toss a lot of just random, I guess, playable factions out as DLC. Total War does that too, especially the Warhammer series. The Warhammer series is famous for that. You want another legendary lord? That'll be $2, please. But again, I'm not defending them, but in their defense, they also did a lot of those tiny things for free. So, when I started getting really heavily into this series, yeah, there's just a ton of free DLC you can go and grab. You can get like half a dozen or more free little things, like an extra legendary lord for you to play as or whatever. So, I begrudge them, but I don't begrudge them because I think they give value for money, and so does Civ. But you're right. Much like Total War, they do a lot of little tiny DLCs where you're like, really? Did I need this? My complaint with the Civ DLC is that I actually wish it was even more a la carte. So they put together like a little package of DLC, and I'm looking at it going, I only want that bit of it. I wish this was broken up so I could just buy the one thing that I want because I really don't want those other two factions. I have no interest in ever playing them. With Total War, they break it up specifically person by person more often than not. So I do like that. Lord Not Moved, that'll be Yastra. Actually, no, that might be Marathi, actually. We haven't moved Marathi. Keep coming south and go city by city. Just so you're somewhere safe and protected. We like that about you. Now, Hag Hall has the same issues that you are. Yeah, there's no high-level tech here. Not what I want, anyway. I want to get you down into Monster World, which is in Quintex. And maybe get you another monster. You've got the War Hydra, but it won't kill you to have another one. The Civ ones aren't really, like, necessary. Yeah, that's true. Neither of the Total War ones. I happily play the core game, but I am a serial re-roller, so if you present me with different factions I can play as, like Chaos, like Hawk's talking about, yeah, I'm totally going to get in on that. They don't technically need to buy the factions, no. I have no issue with the expansions. No, I don't either. I think they put out solid expansions for Civ, and I think they're worth the money. They're, full price, and that's why I don't have the new one yet, but and nor will I, probably until the Steam Summer Sale. But they do put out solid expansions. You can't say they're bad quality. You can't say they're putting out garbage and asking you to pay for it. A lot of people griped about War of the Chosen, but yeah, exactly. Enemy Within is a solid expansion to XCOM, Enemy Unknown, and what I really loved about it is the way it was woven into the original game. It wasn't like you ended Enemy Unknown like, okay, now you go do this other mission. I loved the fact that Enemy Within was woven through the existing game. It just made it so much more organic and real. Non-aggression pack with Karon Kar, sure. I literally don't even know who you are. When you say minor power, you're not kidding. I don't even... You've got like one settlement up here, buddy. Sure, we can have a non-aggression pack. I've got kind of a bit of a thing going on High Elves right now, so you're not my issue, but sure, yeah, absolutely. And War of the Chosen is the same way. Yeah, exactly. It's woven into the fabric of the original story, which is fantastic. New Sims aren't necessary, but they still make them... Yeah, I mean, come on. If we're going to talk about DLC and penny pinching and just trying to grab every dime you can get, you got to look at the Sims first. Sims 3 and Sims 4. You've got to look at that for trying to scrape every penny out of your pocket before you start looking at any other company. Assault Unit's failure, good. Was the target of unsuccessful hero actions, so now Yastra is fortunate. Yay, and we didn't do Raise the Banners because I didn't care, and we didn't raid the Plain of Dogs because I didn't care, and Hellenor is now an Overseer. Income from all buildings up 10% in the local region. Fantastic. When this local region is ours, that will mean something. You guys should be basically starving to death at this point. Sims is EA. You're right, exactly, and we all know about EA. I don't even think we need to have an EA discussion here. I hate games that make you download the DLC but don't give you access, like the Forza Horizon series and Hunter Call of the Wild. Not familiar with it, but understand the frustration. Yep. Talking about quality DLC, then we have to talk about Witcher DLCs and Mass Effect DLCs, neither of which I'm familiar with. So I will, take your word on whatever you're about to say about them, because I'm not familiar with either of their DLCs. Two series that I've never really gotten into. I want to love The Witcher, but I couldn't get into it. I just couldn't get going in it for some reason. Sims 3 for the last is pretty good one. I don't mind DLCs that add a decent amount of content. I object to overpriced DLCs that are just cosmetic. Yeah, no, the Sims expansions do add content. I don't think anyone can say they're not adding content. I do think they really just milk the series until it dies. You haven't played the BioShock series yet. No, but I own it. But the third game has great post-game DLC levels that add a lot. It was post-game prologue done right. Okay. Velatroth, this is your time to shine. How is this garrison looking? This garrison is looking like it wants to give up because there's like 13 people left in it. And actually, it's not saying it's a complete walkover, probably because of the walls. But I think we're okay to auto-resolve this and finally move in here. Finally move into Tor Anrock. We actually lost 253 people there. Okay. Seeing as I don't care about public order right now, because this isn't my country, then I'm definitely taking the money, the slaves, and the plus 6% replenishment to loot and occupy this. Armor of Eternal Servitude. Plus 5 armor, ward save up, passive ability regeneration. Really? And that's constant. I don't have to trigger that. Is that what you're saying? Weakness to fire damage. Yeah, I'll cross that bridge when I come to it. I'll cross that bridge when I get set on fire. But replenishes hit points. Oh, Velatroth, I have a new shiny thing for you. Sims won't die until the 6th installation. No, they've done that forever. Exactly. That from Sims, the original Sims, they released DLC right up until like the day before they released the next version of the game. They milk the Sims for everything. And overall, I think they put out quality DLC, but damn do they milk that thing. General announcement, if you make an Epic Games account, which is free, you can download the point-and-click game Thimbleweed Pack for free right now. Thank you for that that announcement. Yes, that's sort of, I can't think of the term, but anyway, thank you for that announcement. All right. Let's get back to Velatroth, who probably leveled up. Still losing loyalty, though. That's not good, Velatroth. I don't really have a way to make you gain loyalty. I will give you this Armor of Eternal Servitude. I'm sure you'd like that. What can I do to get your loyalty up? I don't know. I genuinely don't know. With Skaven, it's fairly easy. Just give them shiny things. Yeah, you got 2 skill points here. 2 skill points. Why don't you actually take a point of public order? Take Inspiring Presence. That's a good start. That's a good start. Don't mind DLC that adds new mechanics, especially if they add extra content too. Yeah, I have no moral compunction to DLC. Everything it's really with DLC or anything like that, it's just the nature of the way games are now. They're released a la carte. Here's a base game, and then later on you can pick the shiny things that you want to add to it. That's basically going to be all gaming in the future. In fact, I think it'll get more broad and worse to a certain degree. I think it's going to be even more than that. I think you'll just literally pick bits of the game out that you want and pay for those. Another 16 cosmetic DLCs for Witcher 3 are free. CDPR stated that a small cosmetic thing should not be charged in their opinion. Yeah, I did. Now that you're saying the cosmetic stuff with Witcher, maybe I saw something or read something about how they were just doing silly things with cosmetic improvements. Unless you're going to give me a ton of cosmetic improvements, and XCOM 2, I'm looking in your direction, then I'm probably not going to pay for cosmetic DLC. I don't really care that much. Unless, and I'm forgetting the name of the DLC, just so please remind me, where you're going to give, almost a complete overhaul of the cosmetics. That's nice. But if you're just going to be like, hey, here's a different skin for your armor, can we have 99 cents for it? Yeah, no, you cannot, actually. You absolutely cannot have that. Yastra. you need to stay right there and kind of recharge. Velatroth, you need to do the same thing, but I am very concerned about your loyalty. That is a problem for 2 reasons. One, you'll rebel, and then we're going to have to kill you. More importantly, you have a really good army, and I prefer not to lose it. I'm going to have a think about that and see how low his loyalty is going. Well, the only XCOM 2 DLC I don't have is the cosmetic-only one. I do have it, and actually, I didn't well, I say I didn't buy it. I bought XCOM 2 as a whole package, so I got all the DLC at once because there was a good sale on it. It was one of those ridiculous Steam sales where it was like 75% off the entire thing. So I have it, and it is, actually, for cosmetic stuff, it is pretty damn cool. I can't deny it. All right, Toran Rock is ours. What do we do with it? This is the problem. What do we do here? Get that up. Get that repaired. That's support. That's money. Gold mine. Yes, please. Please give me a level 3 gold mine that will give me 1,200 gold a turn. There's half an army we can pay for right there. Right there. That is fantastic. Considering you get mods for XCOM 2, there's no reason to pay for cosmetics. That's true. Very true. Very, very true. Never goes on sale when it's on its own. No, that's why I bought it as a package. The whole thing was some ridiculous, like, get all the XCOM 2 in one thing. Only story DLCs for Hawk, and I'm inclined to agree with you. Something that's going to add some real content. Something that's going to give me something to do. Which is the bulk of what the Total War one does, which is gives me other factions to play. And the thing with Total War Warhammer is all of the factions play very differently. Not a little bit differently, but pretty darn differently. So there's a real incentive to try out all the factions because it's a totally different game. The way I play the Dark Elves is completely different from the way you play the High Elves. And Skaven or Lizardmen, I mean, Skaven are just a completely different breed. That's not for amateurs. Lord Not Moved, that is probably Yastra. That's fine. You need to stay right there and recharge. Unassigned skill points. Oh, Yastra. Speaking of Yastra. Oh, you know what, Yastra? Go ahead and have the dinosaur. It's silly, it actually reduces some of your stats, but go ahead and have a dinosaur. My gift to you, Eleanor, you've leveled up. Why don't you start getting better at wounding people? That seems sensible. And settlement upgrade, that's Hag Hall again. Ooh. How much do I want that? Oh, you know what? I want to get Temple of Adioth's walls up to level 3 first. I'm trying to put together some money for Quintex here, but other things are taking a bit of a priority. Public order is fine. I don't need to do anything with that. Although, actually, that does unlock some new military. Not really military I care about, though. Witch Elves are grossly overrated. I'd actually prefer to not have them in my army. Story DLC for games like Witcher or Mass Effect cannot really be compared to DLCs for strategy games. 2 completely different beasts. I suppose. Yeah, I suppose. That's probably a fair thing to say. I mean, you're right, you're not really adding story, quote unquote, to a strategy game. You're just adding a different way to play that strategy. But, yeah, no, I see where you're coming from there. Alright, Fallen Gates don't care. Mazdamundi can do whatever the hell he wants down there. That's all him, all day long. And Nagarond also don't really care what you're doing so long as you continue to be friends with me, considering you're my son. And Assaulted Garrison against the Circle of Destruction. That's fine. You guys can assault your garrisons all you want. Just keep me out of it. I've kind of got issues over here on Ulthuan because Alariel is regenerating her army, and I'm within earshot of her. I think she could throw a rock at me from where she is right now. Kalidor Safari not doing anything. No real response from the other High Elf factions. And there probably won't be. I mean, we're technically only at war with Lothern. I mean, the other High Elves will hate us, but we're only at war with Lothern right now. They'll probably all start declaring war on me at any given moment. Any moment. KSP, I bought the DLC for, even though there were mods that offered most of the same parts. But the DLC added new gameplay features that they didn't have in the base game. There you go. Fair enough. Yeah, I don't think anyone here me or in chat or any of us are somehow morally opposed to DLC. As long as it's quality content and it's fairly priced and it adds value to the game, then there's no problem with that. I'm more than happy to buy games a la carte. I think that's perfectly acceptable. And there's, no, I wouldn't say plenty, but there's absolutely DLC for Total War Warhammer that I don't want. Like, no, I'm not really interested in that piece of it. That's fine. I don't think I will buy that. Thank you very much. Oh, assault unit success. That's basically okay. We'll heal that off eventually. I know about the ambusher. I know about the raiding. You're not really telling me anything I don't know here. Alariel is really beefing her army back up. Really getting that back up. Although, next time she comes, we're in a much better position. Because it's our garrison now. Oh, you know what? I've completely changed my tone. Alariel, come on down. Because the last time it was your garrison. Now it's my garrison and 2 armies against your 1 army. Alariel, you come at your leisure, young lady. You come at your leisure. All right, bye, Bliffy. Thank you for stopping by, man. Appreciate it. Bliffy's battery is low, so he's got to go. That's fine. Cool. We'll see you later, Bliffy. You know where we are. It was more of an expansion pack than a DLC for those old enough to remember expansions. I think virtually everyone here is old enough to remember expansions, Bobcat. You don't worry about that. Yeah, Alariel, you come at your leisure. So long as Yastra can get a little bit of healing going on, it's a little slow, but it's happening. And where did Marathi get off to? Because we're trying to get her teched up. Keep coming south. Are you in march mode? And if not, why not? Why aren't you moving faster, woman? There we go. March. I need to get you teched up. And then, actually, our surplus is not bad. Now that we've taken that gold mine, we got some money. I could theoretically float a 4th army. I'd like to see a little bit more money coming in. Oh, Tor Anrok's already ready for an upgrade. Walls, please. Better defenses. Get this place locked down like a vault. Anything we can do to do defensive things around here. So yeah, you're technically a capital city, so you already have walls, although they're taking a little while to get back up to strength. But anything we can do to put more defenses down here, this is our foothold in Ulthuan. This is where the invasion of Ulthuan is beginning, and we need to make sure that is locked down tight. And we did put the walls in Arnheim, right? Well, we're working on it. Yeah, no, we did. No, we didn't, actually. But we are moving you up to level 4, which means you'll have a larger garrison. Good. Okay, and then I'm not as worried about the things up north because we basically made peace with those folks for now. Okay, I think the last full-blown expansion I played was Dragon Age Origins. How far back are we going to go with that, Hawk? Because I could look at the expansions for... Because they really were expansions at that point. You actually had to go and physically buy them in a store. We didn't do digital back then. You actually had to go buy a CD. But I would think my first experience with expansions for a video game were probably Baldur's Gate and Icewind Dale, where they both put out expansions that were very solid. Although, honestly, if you looked at that expansion versus DLC for today, I don't think it actually holds up. I mean, it's good. It's awesome. It's fantastic. Both expansions are excellent. But I think there's actually better quality DLC coming out that people are griping about. But nobody griped about the expansions for Baldur's Gate or Icewind Dale. In fact, if I'm going to be honest, the expansion for Icewind Dale, Heart of Winter, it's kind of just repetitive battles. High-level battles. Interesting battles, but just repetitive battles. With a sort of vague story attached to it. I think if somebody put that DLC out today... there'd be blowback. There'd be fallout from that. Where this isn't quality story. What are you doing here? Why are you ripping us off for this? So that would be. I don't know how far back you're going with that thought, Hawk, but that would be my first DLC, I guess. But except it was really an expansion, not DLC, because you actually had to go physically buy it. It was definitely not downloadable. Lord Not Move. That's Yastra. Yastra's going to stay right there. What else you got? End the turn. Okay, how confident am I feeling about that? Apparently confident enough to click on the button. So that. I really want Alariel to just chill until, you know what, she can come at me with a full stack army. Why? I have 2 full stack armies and a garrison in Walled City. She's not cracking that nut, and I will wreck her. I will absolutely wreck her. The story of Icewind Dale wasn't that good to begin with. Game was almost exclusively fighting. Well, obviously, yes. That's a fair comment, Hawk. Icewind Dale and Baldur's Gate are two very different games. You are 100% correct. Icewind Dale is basically combat. It's kill, loot, repeat is what it is. Kill, loot, repeat. The main reason that I enjoyed Icewind Dale so much is because, unlike Baldur's Gate, you got to create your entire party. And that's what the charm was for me. That was more like a real D&D game where I could create the entire party from scratch, whereas Baldur's Gate, you're of course only creating the main character. But you're 100% accurate, and the story of Baldur's Gate is way more interesting than the story of Icewind Dale. Way more interesting. There's probably nobody on the planet who hasn't played that, but just in case, I won't do spoilers. But that is a really well done story. And you're right, Icewind Dale is a very tedious story. It's kill, loot, repeat. Done well, but kill, loot, repeat. The Neverwinter Night games, yeah, also good. Yeah, I think they're all good. But you're 100% correct. I do not challenge that statement at all. The story of Icewind Dale is repetitive, and it's kill, loot, repeat. The story of Icewind Dale, or Baldur's Gate rather, is infinitely better. I've done, I think, 3 full playthroughs of that. Parts of it just for the story, which is unusual in a game like that, because I already know the story, but it's just really well done and really well revealed as you go along. We gained an Overseer. Casualties captured post-battle. That's cool. Hey, Velatroth, would you like a new person? Would you like a new slave? I will give you anything you want. So, okay, you did gain 1 loyalty. Do we have any rights we could do for that? There's an idea. I'm almost sure one of the rights says, yeah, there we go. On turn start, lords have a chance to gain +2 loyalty and +8 public order. It's only 100 slaves. Do it. Do it. I can't really lose Velatroth right now. I don't want to lose Velatroth, period. But I can't afford to lose him right now. That would really put Tor Anrock in a sticky place. Let me just move down Morathi, and I will start to wrap this up so people can get on with their lives instead of listening to me jabber about DLC. And Jess is back. Excellent. Good. Welcome back, Jess. Yeah, barrel down to this area, Morathi, and then I can either throw you into Quintex or the Moon Shard and start to get your army a little bit more teched up and a little bit more beefy. You guys are going to hang out right here. We have our foothold in Ulthuan. We have a piece of Ulthuan, and we can begin to move from there. The next logical move, after Alarielle comes at us, because she will. She's mustering an army. She's going to come down. She's going to get destroyed, because I'll have 2 armies behind walls with a garrison, and she will not have the reinforcements from the Eagle's Gate. She'll be too far away from that. She'll get wrecked. Not worried about her right now. The next logical spot is down to White Peak, which is the second piece of this province, and then we can control a full province. In doing that, I want to get Morathi over here to support, because stretching... I want to do my leapfrog thing. I've invaded Ulthuan before with Dark Elves, and the leapfrogging thing really works, of having 3 armies, one hopping over the other, the one behind supporting the one in front, seems to be a pretty good tactic. So that's probably what we will do next time. It's definitely, we're going to be waiting for Alarielle, and then we're going to look at White Peak. With the money that we've got coming in, and more to come as we develop these properties, we also start thinking about a 4th army. That's a very real thing. We've got a lot of tech buildings to build with the money, but we'll start thinking about a 4th army and maybe just destroy Ulthuan. And by destroy, I mean take over. I want it. And there's a diamond mine over there. I want diamonds. I love this gold mine. We'll take all of this. All of the High Elf territory belongs to us now. We've got our foothold. We've got a place to start from. So I will let you guys go and get on with your lives from there. I'm sorry I'm jabbering about DLC and how I'm going to invade Ulthuan. I know I say this every single freaking stream, but I really do appreciate you guys coming out. It does genuinely mean a lot to me that you come out and check out the stream, and I hope you have fun talking about whatever it is we're talking about. I know I do. I really do. I know I've said it, but it's absolutely true. I genuinely look forward to the stream every single week. You know, get up Monday and go, oh boy, I can't wait for the Saturday stream. It's going to be so much fun. But you guys have fun. Hawk, Bobcat, Jess, everyone, Bird Brains, you guys all in there. I will indeed sleep tighty, Bird Brains. Thank you all. I will see you all guys next week, next Saturday at 4, same time. As always, if you want to check in on the Sims stream on Friday too, that's pretty weird and odd stream going on there, but it's fun. So I'll see you guys at some point next week, and if not, you know where to find me. Oh, shameless self-promotion, links down below. I'll see you guys later. Thank you so much. Goodbye, goodbye, and goodbye.